They have garages, private back patios, double fences around the community. It's definitely one of our top tier townhomes that we have. Usually, I would say about 70% of our tenants do renew.
And now we're with our property manager. Jorge, tell us a little bit about yourself and also about Jacob Rent Management.
Oh, well, obviously my name is Jorge. I've been a property manager for about 10 years or so now. I think Jacob Grant has been around for about 14, 15. I've been with him for 10 years. I really enjoy it. I love seeing properties. I love seeing owners invest and increase their portfolio.
Yeah. So how many units and what areas do you cover?
So we manage about 850 doors. We manage from Pocatello all the way to Idaho Falls. We have properties in Shelley, some properties in the Firth, Bingham County, Bonneville County area.
So we must be one of your largest.
Yes.
That's nice. And so in your portfolio, where does this townhome community, Equinox Townhomes, where does it fit in the puzzle?
It's definitely one of our top tier townhomes that we have. It's very desirable. I mean, we have a lot of people wanting these townhomes here. They have garages, private back patios, double fences around the community as well. So it kind of creates that gated community.
Yes, that feel.
Yes,
right. That privacy feel is very important. And we were scratching our heads when we paid for those extra fences, but I'm so glad that we did.
Yeah.
Right. It really created that. As you said, the gated community feel. Who's the target audience? Who are the people that are looking to live here versus the apartment complexes that are around?
So these are obviously 3-bed, 2-bath townhomes, and it's usually, your starter families, middle class as well, people moving from other states, trying to feel comfortable. They want some storage. They know that they're near Wyoming, near some mountains, hiking, kayaking. So to have the storage that they have is great.
Yeah, and the outdoor life is phenomenal here. So you've got to have the storage.
Yes, not only that, but you have to, the rent income here or the rent has to be pretty manageable and affordable in order to do those things.
Right.
And a lot of the tenants here, I mean, one big thing is they like to, drive their motorcycle, scenic areas, Mesa Falls, the Tetons, Victor, Driggs area, kayaking, fishing, just all that. In order to do that, you got to have a little bit of money, and you can't be rent burden.
Right. So, typically, what sort of incomes are you seeing for families that are living here? What are the typical annual incomes or monthly incomes?
I would say probably about 60 to about 100,000.
60 to 100. That's perfect, right? So that's the audience that we were trying to capture. It seems like we captured the right audience. What happens when it's time to renew? What are the discussions like when it's renewal time?
Hey, if you want to renew for another year, here's your rent. Usually, I would say about 70% of our tenants do renew. On occasion, some things happen and there's inevitable move-outs, but whether they're building a place and it finally got built, or their family has gotten bigger, they've outgrown it. But I mean, for the most part, it's a 70% renewal rate.
That's a fantastic retention rate, right? And most companies would kill to have that kind of retention rate. Tell us about maintenance at a new build community versus, let's say, the typical 1960s or 70s product in Idaho Falls. Contrast those two for us.
Oh, much easier. New construction is much easier to deal with. You usually don't have to deal with anything large for 10, 15 years, somewhere right around there. The older places, I mean, you're going into like a mini remodel after 20 years. Sometimes it's deferred, and it's just a lot more costly. I mean, you have to put things up to code as well when you do complete remodels. So new construction is just by far, the expenses are much less.
Amongst your portfolio, where does this property stand in terms of its location within Idaho Falls?
Great location. Restaurants are here. You have downtown, which is about 5 minutes away, and then you have the Grand Teton Mall, where there's a lot of shopping, a lot of restaurants over there. That's 5 minutes away. And downtown is starting to develop a heck of a lot more. Snake River Landing is about 5 minutes away. It's right in the middle of everything.
That's what I really like. And the new community is actually closer to the Grand Teton Mall. So, we wanted that feel that we got here in this community at the new one as well. And of course, the Costco cluster and, all the stuff that's being next to the Costco cluster is a walking distance from the new community. So we heard so many great things about the people here, about the ability to walk. Everyone has a car, but the fact that they can walk is a big deal to people. So I was very excited to be able to get another site that was so close to a retail cluster.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I would say it's mostly people moving in from out of town, professionals, software people. We have some nurses. Obviously, we have an optometrist over here. It's usually anywhere between that $60,000 and that $100,000 range. Most of the time married, and they have one kid.
Married and one. Yeah.
Small family.
The vision was married and one, new family, young family, or sometimes, singles with children, right? So one of the people we interviewed was single with children. I think that was the vision. By the time they get up to 4 or 5 kids, then they're looking for something bigger.
Yes, of course.
We're giving you the opportunity to invest alongside us, where we've reduced the risk, we've massively boosted the returns, and we have an amazing track record of doing this over and over again. To see the full details and get invested in our deal, please click the link below.